welcome to 8 Tracks, a show where we look at 8 tracks that share a theme. This week we're looking at movie songs, or songs that feature in movies. We're going Oscar category rules here, being the credits, doesn't matter. Anyway, what we want you to do is we want you to follow along at home on the playlist we've provided in the description. So when we say track 1, you go play it. Well, give it a listen, or listen to it all before. We don't care, we just want you to have heard the tracks. As always, I'm joined by Katie.
Hi, how's it going?
Aye, not bad. Just
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to them.
That's hurtful.
I know how you are.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you for a couple of days.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
So.
I'm at peace with how you are.
What have you been up to, Katie? Aye, fuck all as
Not
usual.
much.
The most Scottish response I think I've ever heard to anything. No, no. Let's just crack on then.
Oh,
First
yes,
track.
I got a pretzel.
Oh, you brought a pretzel?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was really good. You want to go to the first track?
Aye, aye. Should we crack on at the first track? First up this week, we've got I'm Deranged by David Bowie. Track 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a way to set the scene for this podcast, just like it does in the movie. Comes right at the start of A Lost Highway by David Lynch. Basically, that was Lynch's first idea for the film. While listening to I'm Deranged by Bowie, he could only see the front of his car driving through the desert at night. Mm-hmm. And that was the image it conjured, so he put it on a film. Cool. And it really sets the mood for that weird movie. If
I'm not mistaken, also the film that launched Rammstein's career.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the United States, because they sent David Lynch a tape and they were like, hey David, do you want to direct a music video for us? And he was like, well, I'm a bit busy, but I can fling Du Hast in a film.
I want to see the song Rammstein in a movie.
I love that, but you called it the song Rammstein.
Yeah, the song Rammstein.
Oh god, yeah, they have a song called Rammstein.
Yeah,
okay, well that was my mistake. Cut that.
It's not getting cut. I love that song. It's brooding. I know it's the era of Bowie that not many people are into.
Yeah, kind of 90s Bowie in it.
But I have a real soft spot for it. It's a bit dancey. It's got some banging like synth bass in it. It's got that classic Bowie Mike Garson piano that you sing kind of shit you hear on Aladdin Sane.
Yeah.
It's just such a good moody track.
It does sound deranged.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say that in a kind of like ho ho ho, that's the name of the song. Oh, see what she did there kind of way, but like it does sound crazy and.
I think because like it starts off with that heavy drum intro,
yeah,
and with the bass line really strongly like through it, and then it builds and builds, and he's kind of talking in abstract, well I say abstract terms, like I have no idea what the hell he's singing about in that.
Who does?
He's deranged. He's deranged. And then like the Mike Garson piano comes in and that always sounds insane no matter what, because it's all dissonant and it's all, well, jazz inspired piano. It's there to kind of mess up the sound of a track, which I love. Yeah.
Kind of cacophonic kind of way? Or?
Yeah. It does create a cacophony.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm just trying to throw out music terms in an attempt to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's what I do every single episode.
Oh wow, we've just.
Are you trying to steal my? You trying to steal my role? What else can we say about that track?
But I can't imagine that track being used in any other scene but the opening scene in
No, like Lynch captures it.
Yeah, completely.
And you know, I have another pick for a movie song with Lynch. Maybe I'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
But this one edged it out just because it is the only way I can see that track.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to it after having seen that. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine any other way.
Yeah.
And the movie itself is one of Lynch's more kind of mixed films. I have my issues with it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Totally.
And terrifying at points and
here's a query. Sorry to interrupt. What came first? I'm Deranged and Lost Highway, or the video for Karma Police by Radiohead? Because they both have really similar vibes in terms of their kind of like
Lost Highway was
feel.
No, same year.
Oh, they're both 97?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
that's
okay.
Mad. So
that's really weird.
Don't know which came first, but they are very similar vibes, like video-wise. The whole thing of that shot is it puts you in the place of the driver, which kind of draws you into the movie or the video itself, which, you know, removes a barrier from the audience. It
removes the fourth wall.
Yeah, no, it kind of removes a barrier for the suspension of disbelief of the audiences. Yeah. And I think that song is kind of representative of Lost Highway as a whole as well. Because that's a deranged movie as well.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Wait, sorry, just as an aside here, right? I'm looking at the microphone like you're there in front of me, but like let's just pretend we're speaking mano to mano here.
Katie saw Lost Highway for the first time about 2 months ago?
Yes, thereabouts. Jamie is trying to make me watch David Lynch movies because I don't understand David Lynch. Like, we got through Twin Peaks. I like Twin Peaks. It's good.
You didn't get through the new series?
I didn't get through the new series. I don't think that's good. Please don't hold that against me.
Let it build.
But I don't get David Lynch, but I found the opening to Lost Highway, it really affected me.
Aye. It's one of these things that just stays with you.
Yeah.
A bit like the other scene I might talk about in another episode. Cough,
Okay,
cough, Blue Velvet.
Don't
Cough,
fucking
cough.
spoil it.
He's holding a lamp.
He always spoils it.
Anyway, I think that's enough of me rambling about Lynch, because I
Okay.
could go on for fucking ever.
Yeah, it's time for me to ramble.
Katie, would you like to introduce your next song?
Yes, the next song that we're going to play you is called Dry the Rain, and it's by the Beta Bands.
Now, as much as I hate to promote anything from Fife, that's a bop.
It's a great song. Yeah, I chose it because it's a pivotal comedic scene in High Fidelity.
The fantastic movie.
Yeah, with
John
John Cusack and what's his face, Jack Black, among others.
Yes.
Which is being remade this year.
Oh God, is
I know.
it?
I don't know how I feel about
Oh
that.
no, I feel it's a bad idea.
Okay, so
What the fuck are they remaking?
I don't know, but Lenny Kravitz's daughter's in it. Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, she's in it. I don't know how I feel about this, but anyway. So there's a scene where basically one of the characters goes, "I will now sell 5 copies of the 3 EPs by the Beta Band," and like puts it on the record player like he's like hot shit.
Aye.
And just kind of stands back and lets Dry the Rain play, and this girl comes over and goes, "What is that? It's really good." And he's just like, "I know." Like a pure white. But like, it's
So
really...
you can see why this movie formed our personalities and tastes.
No, but the movie is so important. I was such a music snob when I was a kid. Like, such a music snob. And I identified so much with Rob in that movie, where he's like, "Love didn't exist until Morrissey talked about it. What came first, Misery or Morrissey?" And all that shit, right? And like, all he did was make lists.
Oh, that's still me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the West thing, anyway.
Yeah, me too. But it's such an
That's
important...
that's actually the formation of the show, most likely
Basically,
playlist.
yeah, it is. But it's such an important movie for music snobs to watch, to break down.
I have mixed feelings on High Fidelity as a movie.
Yeah.
I love the book.
The book's great.
I much prefer the book, but I feel like the movie, because the book's such an encapsulation of British culture,
Yeah.
and the movie completely Americanizes it and sanitizes it. One specific scene that jumps to mind is in the book. He's talking about his first kiss or something,
Yeah.
and they're in the book they're in a park and they're all smoking a fag and sitting on a bench and standard like teenage shit, and then he pulls. In the movie, he's in a playground in an American school in a jungle gym, a fucking jungle gym, like it's a fucking episode of Recess, and he kisses for the first time. Anyway.
So the Beta Band were amazing.
Yeah, and that song is an absolute bop. You can hear like Manchester, kind of Stone Roses, Happy Mondays in it with a little beat.
Yeah.
I like that their music is always a bit off.
Yeah, I like how it's that kind of lazy, folky way.
I
really like that.
There was a lot of that kind of stuff coming out of Scotland at that time.
Totally.
Iqbal and Sebastian give me that vibe at some points as well.
Yeah.
It feels like super laid back stuff,
Yeah, totally.
but it's still got like a bit of for the Beta Band anyway, it's still got an absolute groove to it as well.
Absolutely. You can hear it in other things like Squares and Dr. Baker.
Yeah, Dr. Baker.
Which is also on the 3 EPs.
Yeah.
I think Squares is as well, but I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's such a great song, and it's a song that I've never been able to separate from that scene in High Fidelity. Because like when I was younger and I was a music snob, I watched High Fidelity all the time. You know how you have those movies that when you're like, I'm sad and whatever, I want to watch them. High Fidelity's always been one of mine.
I mean, like, there's some choices coming up from a lot of them, I think.
Yeah, there totally is. I think it was a really cool thing to do as well, to put
the Beta
such
Band.
a small Scottish band.
I can't remember if that's a scene in the book. I don't think
it's not. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is.
Because was the book not... Yeah, the book was way pre.
I don't remember.
I mean, the book was about 4 years pre Beta Band or something like that.
Well, I mean, regardless, like, a big Hollywood film with John Cusack.
Talking about the fucking Beta Band.
Exactly,
Fucking shook their love right there.
Yeah, I know. It's a great song.
It is.
And I bet you he sold 5 copies of the 3 EPs by the Beta Band.
At least five copies, yeah.
I've never been to a record shop that has 5 copies of the 3 EPs by the Beta Band.
Weirdly, we were in HMV yesterday and they had a copy of the 3 EPs by the Beta Band.
Just one though.
Just one. I was like, but that's cool. That's nice to see.
Yeah.
Beta Band getting some love.
But they re-released that. That's why I was there.
Right.
Sorry, burst your bubble.
Anyway, we'll move on to my next pick. It's the hottest and best scene ever filmed on celluloid film. It is I Still Believe by Tim Capello. Track 3. The best song and the best scene in the best movie ever made.
We actually went to see that the other night.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day we went on a super romantic date to go see The Lost Boys, and it was my first time seeing it in cinema, and it is genuinely my favourite movie of all time. And oh my god, it's incredible.
I didn't remember how early Oiled Up Sexy Sax Guy appears though.
So yeah, we should talk about that. So that song is just a bit of an 80s bop with some fucking amazing sax, but in the movie The Lost Boys, starring Kiefer Sutherland, early on in the movie, when the characters are at a kind of concert in the boardwalk.
It's not a kind of concert.
It's a concert.
Sexy beach party.
Sexy beach party concert. Because it says, I don't know if you spotted in the background, like genuinely on the stage, there's a sign that says live or live
Holy
music.
Shit. Really?
Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
So there he is, big Tim Capello playing I Still Believe, oiled up.
He's so oily.
Like he's taking a bath in oil, thrusting, fucking dancing with his sax.
He is making love to that saxophone,
There's
gentle and tender.
There was a great recut of that scene where instead of having Jason Patric look at Jamie Gertz as the romantic interest, they've recut it so he's just staring at the sax guy, and I love it.
It's very horny.
That film is so camp and
it's
so over the top.
Horny.
And seeing it for the first time in like 6 years in a cinema, as a child, I didn't realise that Joel Schumacher just can't sexualise women. The only sexualisation that film is men.
Yeah,
it's
but
great.
I love that.
I know, but it makes it really fun.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I don't feel skeezy about it in the slightest. It's not badly represented.
No, you shouldn't. It's subversive of the male gaze.
Aye. Has some nice mimics of 50s B-movie horror posters and stuff with, like, screaming and stuff. And the vampire transformations are amazing.
They're really cool. But the song.
So yeah, he actually appears playing the same song in The Lost Boys 2.
Oh, get out. Is it the same song?
The same song.
So they weren't like, can you write another sexier sax song?
No. So at the start, it's kind of sad actually. At the start of The Lost Boys 2, mind how at the start of The Lost Boys they play People Are Strange by the Doors, another song that could have been included on this for a great movie inclusion.
Yeah, but it's in the Bunny Man version.
Yes, the Bunny Man version. And they show kind of montages of the streets of Santa Carla.
Yeah.
They do something very similar in the second one. I can't remember what song they use, but they do a montage of the streets of Santa Carla. And he is busking on the street at the start of that movie.
No.
And he's big and he's fat and he's old. But it was a kind of fun nod to like his original appearance in the movies.
Does he still have his chain on? You know, he wears the chain.
He's still oiled up as fuck.
Get the fuck out.
It's great. Like honestly, that movie is dog shit. Don't watch it. The first Lost Boys, dino. Second and third, oh no.
Is Joel Schumacher into bears? Is he exclusively sexualising that one guy?
Joel Schumacher didn't have anything to do with 2 or 3.
Oh, that's a shame.
Aye. But the song itself, it's just an 80s power ballad. Like, that sax, they solos, they go for days, but they are fantastic. It's just such a nice burst, and it has that kind of like pan-muted guitar picking build throughout the verses, and then it's an excuse for him to launch off into big sax licks for the chorus, and then
see, the whole time you're talking about this though, like the whole time you're talking about this, I can't not see him in my head, like fucking the sax, like in the way he does in the movie, like he is ramming it, he's getting it there to that sax.
He's getting it there, and that like synth like build down for the chorus, and then that little bridge that I'll march this road, I'll climb this hill. It's like St. Elmo's Fire by John Parr in that kind of cheesy 80s powerhouse way, which is just fantastic.
Do you think Joel Schumacher exclusively builds his movies around cheesy 80s power ballads then?
Exactly. Well, those 80s films, definitely. I can't talk about Flatliners. I don't know if there's like a song in Flatliners going like, we are the Flatliners.
I'm still alive.
Keith Sutherland cut his mullet. Yeah, great song, great movie. But I think it's time for your second pick.
Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so mine is the most basic bitch pick. that one could.
It is a little bit.
Yeah, it is, but like, okay, sometimes the classics are the best. It's Little Green Bag from Reservoir Dogs.
By the George Baker selection.
From Reservoir Dogs.
Leave that in, Jamie. Because I won't get sued for one bass note. Track 4.
That was Little Green Bag.
By George Baker and Jan Visser, who we just found out are Dutch.
Yeah, good for them.
Obviously featured in the film Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
By, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Quentin Tarantino?
Alright, okay, I can educate you.
Yeah.
It's Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino?
I was just about to say, as a mark of respect to him, neither of us are wearing socks or shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
So that he can effectively fetishize this podcast.
You're welcome, Quent.
I have horrible feet, bitch, so come ahead.
Oh, don't say come.
No, it would been come off foot if it was Quentin Tarantino.
Jeez, oh. So that's
That was horrible!
Aye, that's a fun song.
It's a great song. It's such a great song. You know how there's those songs like Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve?
Aye.
Like pure walking down the street songs.
Aye. You can't not imagine, like, with I'm Deranged, you know, the only thing you can see is the car driving through the desert. Like, with that, like, you have to be walking somewhere.
You have to be walking.
Because it's got such a good rhythm to move to.
Okay, so Quentin Tarantino is obviously a beast, an arsehole, and...
Is he a beast?
He's some capacity of beast. Should I not say that in case
I don't know.
we get sued?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they call him a beast?
Okay, Quentin Tarantino is obviously not a very nice man in some capacities.
Aye.
She said carefully.
Look, I'm going to be honest, he's a fucking dick.
Yeah, he is. And he's
made some good movies.
He's made some great movies. He's made some phenomenal fucking movies. Pulp Fiction among them. I like Quentin Tarantino. I know you don't have a lot of time for him.
Yeah, I'm a bit mixed on the old Tarantino. I like Reservoir Dogs, though.
I really like Quentin Tarantino movies. For my sins, I like them. Yeah, I can't think of anything I enjoy more than the opening of Reservoir Dogs with them all walking down.
The street.
Yeah, it's
the bass line kicks in.
Everything about that is a perfect scene.
The kind of bass line gives me real vibes of, do you know, Green Onions by Booker T.
Yeah, I do,
It's that kind of same funk bass, and like I think I might not be correct in this, but most of the kind of rhythm in that song is syncopated, so like things are coming in like to give you a kind of walking feel. I think that's where it gives you the rhythm of walking.
Right, okay.
So it feels it's just so catchy as well, that build to the chorus. Like there's a clear vocal progression that I really like. It's really clean for the song where he starts off kind of singing, and he sings a bit louder, and then the chorus he's screaming for that bit, and I'm like, yes, that's great.
My thing is with Quentin Tarantino, I could pick literally anything he's ever put in a movie, and it's probably going to be great. Did he not put you put the lime in the coconut and drink it all? Did he not put that in a movie as well?
Also, you could have easily picked Stuck in the Middle of You by Steelers Wheel.
Which I should have, because I love Jerry Rafferty. Paisley's second favourite Jerry after Jerry McCann.
Aye.
There are so many songs you could have picked from a Quentin Tarantino movie.
But that is my favourite.
That's my favourite as well.
My favourite.
That's my favourite.
The only one that I would maybe pick over this is Across 110th Street by Bobby Womack and Jackie Brown.
Which is, again, a perfect pick for that film.
Yeah. He's a brilliant soundtrack.
He knows his music. He knows his music so well. And for all the things that are wrong with him, which you cannot dispute, I don't think there's anything wrong with his picks and tunes.
No, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was shite.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
Why do people... I just don't
This is not a movie podcast, let's move on.
It does have one good scene, though.
What one?
The bit where Brad Pitt goes to the Manson yard. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
That was tense.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Time for my next pick.
Okay.
Another scene that I love. But then that's, I don't need to say that. You know already. These are all deeply connected to my soul. It is In Time by Robbie Robb. That song is indeed excellent!
Oh no.
So that was In Time by Robbie Robb, featured in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It was, yeah.
It comes in at a pivotal moment where, you know, things aren't going so right for the boys travelling through time in their phone box with George Carlin. It's a tough time, so they go to a future where the world has been saved by their music. There's sick air guitar, there's sick solos in the background, and these people in these sick robes, they're like, holy shit, these are the progenitors of our civilization. Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan are here. And so they stand up and air guitar at them when that plays. In a kind of real moment, me and my good friend Cammy were watching that movie one time, and I don't know, we both were feeling some level of depression at that point. I think it was before I went through all the worst of my depression. We were almost moved to tears by that scene where they start air guitaring to it, and in time everything will be alright.
But that, you know, that it's a really uplifting movie.
It is, it's a nice movie.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I have a bit of a soft spot for 80s power ballads.
It is abundantly clear.
Yeah, I mean, two of my picks.
It is
so
abundantly
far.
fucking clear.
Katie, you made the point while we were listening. It sounds a lot like U2.
It
I'd say it's somewhere between Van Halen and U2.
Okay.
Like kind of, you know, power pop fusion of 80s metal and fucking U2's kind of like pop. Like it does have that with or without you feel where it builds from like kind of pan muted chorusy guitars to the absolute explosion that is the chorus. Because that whole first verse is very quiet and just kind of uses layers of guitars to make like background noises, and then suddenly the drums kick in, and in
Absolutely,
time, everything will be alright.
And another intelligent observation, the guy sounds like Bono.
He does sound a bit like Bono.
He sounds like Bono, so that's what makes it sound like U2.
I'm happy that you can stand that song because you hate U2.
I do, I hate U2 so much.
I don't mind U2. I don't like Bono and I don't like The Edge. But
one time we went to the U2 museum in Dublin, and an American woman asked if I wanted my picture taken beside Mr. Mistopheles.
No, that's the character from Cats. Magical Mr. Mistopheles.
As the one, yeah.
No.
In my head, they're the same person.
So a bit of a tangent then, if you're making me describe this. During the pop tour for U2, Bono would come out on stage in a gold lame suit, paint his face white, red lipstick, and wear devil horns. And it was a character called Mr. Mephisto, where he would make prank calls on stage. There's that he would phone celebrities though, like George Bush and shit like that. Anyway, it was a terrible idea. That whole fucking period of U2's, well, not for me. But Mr. Mephisto is like the cringiest patter I've ever come across, and there was a fucking statue of him in the
Bono room,
in the U2 room, in the little museum of Dublin, and so I was like, get my photo with him.
Yeah, and this American woman came up to us and she's like, "Do you want your photo taken with him as well?" To me, and I was like, "Absolutely fucking not. No, I want no evidence that I've been in this room."
And I was just sitting there like, "It's Mr. Mephisto, eh? Well, I mean, he's beating Brian Glow calls."
Yeah, then the woman asked us whereabouts in Ireland we were from, and that's when we left.
Standard Americans. Speaking of standard Americans, though, I don't think I've like ever heard. You know, there's not much reference to that outside that movie. A little note. So for the YouTube version of the playlist and Spotify version will be different. The actual soundtrack version's only just been put on Spotify relatively recently, I think. So the version on YouTube that I'm most used to listening to is one where a random person has put a guitar solo at the front of it to mimic the bit in the movie, because like it doesn't build to the chorus for much longer in the movie. It's like some random guy. So it will be that version. I don't know what the guy's name is. I think it's Marcus Wright. So there you go.
Thanks, Marcus.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Looking forward to the third one. Hope it's better than Bogus Journey, but that was still a fun movie at least. Aye, Katie.
Yes.
What is your next pick?
Great question. It is Love Missile F-111 by 66 Sputnik. I love that song.
Sadly, the whole world didn't know Sieg Sieg Sputnik's name. Because this was their only hit. But a fantastic song.
Did you know, though, I didn't know this until I looked it up on Wikipedia, not but 20 minutes ago, that 66 Sputnik were formed from the remnants of Generation X.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
It's without Billy.
It's the guitarist of Generation X that started 66 Sputnik.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
So that's the second absolute bop they've ever made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, more than second, actually. Third.
Yeah.
Kiss Me Deadly and Dancing with Myself.
Okay, so you love Generation X.
Yes.
Big one.
Yeah. So Love Whistle, F1 out of 11 from Ferris Bueller's
Ferris Bueller.
Day Off. It comes right at the start in the scene where he's just faked his illness to get his day off. They bought it. And he opens the curtains.
Why did Matthew Broderick ever sound like that?
He sounds like a New York gangster in my head. They bought it. And then he opens the curtains and it's just like, shoot it up.
It starts with the kind of synthy, like drum bit. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm making the noises. I'm sure that's really great for people listening.
Yeah.
It feels like a track that if you just re-instrumented it could be a punk track.
Yes.
If you took that synth line and put it on a guitar and distorted it and pan muted, so you can hear the Generation X in that totally. It's a song that could only exist between 1980 and 1990.
Oh, it's high energy. Like it's high energy dance music.
But it's extreme 80s kind of cheese as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fucking sampling like movie trailers and stuff and slapping them in arrhythmically just throughout. My favourite bit in that song is right at the end where just over everything in the track was so fucking loud and completely off rhythm and tempo the rest of the song. He goes, Scarface! Like that. It just makes no sense.
No, like the song is amazing, but it's such a get up and go kind of great song.
It's the fantastic intro to Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
For sure.
It really sets the mood for the movie.
Yeah.
It's high energy, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's
so much fun.
Silly.
And
it's silly.
It's silly, exactly. And you know that Ferris is about to have the best day off ever. Cameron has to get out of bed even though he thinks he's dying. Cameron's not fucking dying.
Cameron was in Egypt's land. Let my Cameron go. Aye.
That's my favourite bit of the whole movie.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is an movie for me that I stick on at any time I'm sad.
Yes, me too.
And it has that kind of get up and get out.
Yeah.
Same with The Breakfast Club. A lot of that kind of, and same with St. Elmo's Fire, Lost Boys, Bill and Ted. It's these uplifting 80s movies. I know we've hit a theme in the middle of it.
More or less.
Although our first two and our last two are going to break us out of that, I think.
Yes, very much so. But yeah, like John Hughes is another one. I don't know if he has somebody who does soundtracks for him. Like I don't know if he has a music editor,
I'm not sure about his picks
or if John Hughes has any hand in or had any hand in picking the songs. But like
in his
all of his films have the most amazing soundtracks.
I mean, think of Psychedelic Furs, Pretty in Pink.
Yes.
Don't You Forget About Me by that Edinburgh band, Simple Minds. God, why can I forget?
They're not from Edinburgh.
The Glasgow?
Yes, we had this discussion last week.
Sorry, I always think that.
It's okay.
Those try and claim bands that aren't mine.
But yeah, no, like it's the most amazing start to that movie, and you totally buy into noted murderer Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. R.I.P. those people in that car crash.
Yeah, it was one woman, but okay.
Yes.
The person.
So the value of a human life doesn't.
No, I just.
So he gets away with it.
I was just correcting you. You said those people, and he did get away with it. Matthew Broderick literally got away with murder. Anyway.
Still not the worst thing that ever happened to him. I think we talked about this on this podcast before.
Have we really?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Oh, it's a distinct possibility because every time it comes up, I'm like, Matthew Broderick murdered a guy. Did you know that? It was a woman actually. But
it was a lady.
Anyway, so. But you totally buy into Ferris Bueller as this maniacal genius, like, you know,
little sociopath.
Like, he is like he's scheming as fuck. He's a scheming wee bastard.
Machiavellian wee prick.
Machiavellian was the word I was looking for, but I didn't remember how to pronounce it, so I didn't want to say it out loud. Thank you for saying that.
That's all right.
So...
I bring the smart, so you bring the looks.
I wish.
I was going to say I wish.
This is a podcast.
That was a sick burn on my part.
Can you not? Okay, wow. Let's move on.
Yeah. So my last pick is a bit of a tone change. Just to bring us nice and down again, back to reality, to our current horrible world. It is Comme c'est tot by Ariane Cleopatra Schreiber and Shiro Sagisu. So a quick note before we go any further. The YouTube playlist version and the Spotify playlist version are going to be very different. The YouTube playlist version is the one used in End of Evangelion, the movie that is featured in, but there's no version of that on Spotify, so we had to find the best sounding cover.
Yeah.
It's not as good. So I would recommend listening to the YouTube version just so you can actually hear the version that was in the movie. But I think the song speaks for itself anyway.
Yeah, totally.
So of course that was Komm Sus or Tot, or Come Sweet Death for anyone who doesn't
English.
speak. Yeah. Written and composed for the end of Evangelion, the follow-up movie to the essential 90s anime. If you've seen Evangelion and if you've seen the end of Evangelion, you know that there's no other song that could fit where that song goes.
Yeah,
And it blows my mind that that song, that genius song, was written specifically for Evangelion.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics were literally written in English by Hideaki Anno himself. And yeah, that song's a masterpiece.
It's a really good song.
It feels like it's in two parts, and like the start is very piano ballady, then it has this excellent kind of descending sequence with, you know, the lyrics fitting it so well about if all returns to nothing, it all keeps tumbling down.
That's
tumbling down.
That's literally what I was about to say.
It feels like you're spiralling downward.
Yeah.
And if you've seen End of Evangelion, shit's going wild at that point.
Shit's going mental.
I mean, Evangelion is, you know, fairly wild for the whole thing of it, but the end of Evangelion is something else.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
it's a perfect fit to
the end for the series, I think.
Yeah, to what is essentially the most beautifully animated fever dream I've ever seen.
Yes. Imagine if Nietzsche was really into big robots.
Don't bring fucking Friedrich Nietzsche into this.
He
doesn't deserve that.
If Nietzsche and Freud were really fucking into robots.
Don't bring Friedrich Nietzsche into this. He deserves better.
And Jung was somewhere in the background shouting about instrumentality.
Absolutely, as he often did, I've heard.
That's the Evangelion term for it anyway. I think the original Evangelion series and the movie are an insanely important piece of art.
Yeah.
It comes across at first as like a standard kind of mecha anime, and then it just turns into this wild philosophical, life-questioning, depression of a show, and it's how he dealt with his depression, and he expressed it beautifully through robots fighting. And
I mean, are they really robots? That's a question you've got to ask yourself as well.
Don't give shit away. If people haven't seen it, I would say...
I'm just asking. I'm asking a philosophical question.
Are we all robots?
Are we robots? Who's the robot?
And the song itself is as beautifully complex as a series.
Yeah.
I tried to learn it on guitar and piano, and the vocally as well, and with the amount of key changing and the amount of the way it shifts and the way it moves is very hard to follow.
It is.
It's this complex beast, but it altogether sounds absolutely fucking beautiful.
It does, yeah. And I don't know, there's something about it that's just, like, it's one of those ones, again, we've been talking a lot about songs that are inseparable from the media they've been used in, and of course it was written for Evangelion, right, of course, so like you're not going to separate it regardless, but I can't not see the end of Evangelion, and I don't want to spoil it.
No.
But like,
shit going wild. Just say shit going wild.
Not even shit going wild. Like, you know how I'm not spoiling anything by saying this, but there's that very momentary calm at the end of Evangelion.
Yeah.
There's that like very, very small moment of calm before the characters all realise, oh shit, we fucked.
Aye.
In a kind of, you know, but in a meta philosophical way.
Aye.
So I can't separate the song from that scene in my head. That's how they'll always live together. In my head.
When we're making this list, we didn't want to talk about scoring.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about songs used in movies.
Yeah.
Like whether they're written for the movies or not. And it's the beautiful use of a piece of music marrying with the animation and the story of the movie. Like, it's almost fourth wall breaking because the characters aren't hearing this song, but there's no other way you could see this happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a beautiful marriage of thematic music and writing, and
it ends very musically as well. Like there's a real rhythm to the way that Evangelion ends.
Yeah.
So, like they are inseparable. They are. Anyway,
that's enough weeb ranting.
Can't wait for us to do the anime episode.
Yeah, the anime themes episode.
Oh my god, that's going to be...
You think we're joking?
We're not fucking joking.
Let's pop our insane leaking brains, which were caused by...
Instrumentality.
The angels are here. Katie, what's your last pick?
Hi, yes. My last pick is Miss Misery by Elliott Smith from the movie Good Will Hunting.
Thank you.
That was Miss Misery by Elliott Smith from the movie Good Will Hunting, which I don't think you've seen, James.
No, I'm going to be honest here. It's a movie. I've not seen the movie. Don't know anything about it. Well, I know a little bit about Elliott Smith. I know he's dead. R.I.P.
Yep.
But other than that, he makes sad music. That's all I know.
He does. He makes
He
makes very sad music.
This song's about a lady who's sad.
Yes. The titular Miss Misery.
Yes. Eponymous.
Yeah, so I've got Wikipedia open here
Oh.
because I started to describe the movie to you earlier and it just kind of fell apart a little. So, because it's been a hot minute since I've seen it. So Good Will Hunting is about this janitor who's on a deferred sentence for assault on a police officer, played by Matt Damon, and he's a savant almost, he's a genius.
Yeah.
And he gets a job at MIT as a janitor, and discovers that he has the power to math.
And Robbie Williams tells a story about farting at some point.
Robin Williams reveals he has the power to feel.
To feel farts.
Fuck off with your gags! Elliott Smith, though, was a big sad core boy.
No, yeah.
Acoustic musician.
I don't get his music, and
Okay, no, that's completely fine.
I do like sadcore. You know, I'm a big fan of Neutral Milk.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff can work for me.
Totally. He's just a big sad acoustic boy.
Elliott Smith doesn't do it for me.
There's not a lot to him.
That's an alright song though. Miss Misery's fine.
Miss Misery's a great song, I think. But yeah, so he mysteriously died when his girlfriend may or may not have stabbed him in the chest 6 times.
So we're talking about a Courtney Love kind of situation here.
But
more blatant.
Yes. She may or may not have stabbed him 6 times, while she may or may not have been locked in the bathroom. There's a lot of allegedlys happening in the scenario.
For some reason I had him confused with Jeff Buckley in my head.
Jeff Buckley walked into a river and died.
That's how I thought that Elliott Smith died for a hot minute.
Oh, no. Elliott Smith didn't go near water. He was the grottiest looking man you've ever seen in your life.
To be fair, yes, he does look like he needs a wash.
Yeah, he did need it. Now he's dead. Jeff Buckley, on the other hand, was incredibly clean and just went into a river with his shoes on and decided to swim and then disappeared mysteriously. R.I.P. Sad boys.
Yeah, sad boys for life.
Sad boys.
And sad boys for death.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they stab you 6 times in the heart?
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, that was I think it was a Grammy Award winning song. Yeah, Miss Misery won a Grammy. And Elliott Smith,
posthumously or?
No, he was very much alive. He didn't die until 2003 or something. That was
I don't know anything
late
about
90s.
it.
But Gus Van Sant uses a lot of Elliott Smith music in his movies.
Is he a sad boy too?
I think so. I'm not sure. I've never met Gus Van Sant.
I'll need to ask him.
Yeah, if you see him, let me know. But so Elliott Smith did this incredible performance. Maybe it was a Grammy. Yeah, I think it was a Grammy of Miss Misery at the Grammys, and he's wearing a white suit and looking incredibly high and uncomfortable, which is Elliott Smith's 2 moods: high and uncomfortable. And
that's a miraculous fusion of both.
Yes, yeah. So
why do you like that song musically?
I think that song is stunning. I think it speaks really well to the instrumentality. Oh my god, I did it! That was a total accident. The instrumentation that Elliott Smith uses in a lot of his songs, that kind of complex acoustic guitar work. He was a big, scary looking kind of guy. He just looked like a big, angry, kind of gnarled looking dude, but he sang these really beautiful, soft, spider kind of whispery songs.
I get what you mean, kind of web-like intricate.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
There's a softness to Elliott Smith's sadness, and I really appreciate that.
It's very soft. It's very lo-fi. It's kind of... you're right with the spider imagery. It gives me kind of web-like feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a delicacy to the way that he crafted.
Delicate and intricate.
Very much so. I think it spoke really beautifully to the nature of Good Will Hunting, with this kind of unassuming genius in the movie.
Yeah. And
Elliott Smith, as far as I am concerned, being this very sad, intricate, unassuming genius of a musician. His guitar work is stunning. Really stunning. Where
does the song play in the movie? Oh, it's in the credits.
Plays over the credits. Yeah, it plays over the credits of the movie. But again, I think...
This is why I had to clarify Grammy rule. No,
Yes.
Oscar rule, sorry.
Oscar rules. I think that's the place for it to sit, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because the movie ends on this, like, I won't spoil it because you should definitely watch Good Will Hunting,
Yeah.
but it ends on this little note of hope. And I don't know, there's something sad but hopeful to Elliot Smith. Elliot Smith's sadness is a very blue collar thing. Like, I'll make it through the day with some help from Johnny Walker Red. Like, he's just a guy, you know, a sad guy, and that's what I love about it. I'm finished talking about it now.
I was going to start doing the Oscar style playing you off. So now that we're all thoroughly depressed after the highs of our lovely 80s power ballads, thank you for listening, I guess.
Yeah.
Next time looks like we're going to be covering video game music. So let us know your favourite video game songs at 8Tracks Podcast on Twitter, or leave it in the comments.
If anyone wants to suggest the song from Final Fantasy X, Another World Awaits You, which Jamie's laughing at me because I'm about to do an impression of it and it's really bad, and it's "Don't you give up on it, another one awaits you." If anyone even tries to suggest that, I will put it in my list.
Yeah. Please suggest that. I want to hear that song.
I'm so sorry I can't do metal screams.
Oh. Come on. Give it.
I can't. I'm not the guy from the Disturbed.
Look, for the outro, please, Katie, can you do your best metal scream? I'll hang on. Thank you for listening, everyone. Well, I guess we'll catch you next time. Katie, your best metal scream now. Best metal scream 2020. Bye.
Bye.